Welcome to workout of the week number 64. This time we have a 5-day bigger lifts program. Hang on a minute, Christian. Yes, we have done that before. Workout of the week number 23 was a 5-day bigger lift program. Workout of the week number 47 as well. Anyway, there will be slight variations within all of these workouts. Yeah? So what's the training goal? Well, the title suggests we want to improve our big lifts. Yeah? I've chosen for a couple of big lifts over here, but they are interchangeably if you choose to. So training variables, 85% of the 1RM to 90% of the 1RM for the big lifts. And then 72.5 to 87.5 for the assistant lifts. The rep ranges 3 for the big lifts and 3 to 10 for the assistant lifts. The exertion, hard to near maximum. The training effort is a max effort for the big lifts and a repeated effort for the assistant lifts. Let's have a look at the exercises. The big lifts I've chosen for a squat, a bench, a deadlift, a row and a single leg squat. Yeah, so a lower body push, an upper body push, a lower body pull, an upper body pull, and a lower body unilateral pull. Yeah, there's still the typo in there. It should be LB instead of UB. So the assistant lifts, I've chosen to do the same movement as the big lift. Yeah, some people vary it. So for example, if you have an upper body push as the main lift, they choose to do the assistant lifts for the lower body, an upper body pull or something like that. Yeah, so we saw that in the modified 531. Yeah, they vary it a bit. Anyway, many ways lead to Rome. So long story made short, the assistant lifts. Lower body push variation, upper body push variation, lower body pull variation, upper body pull variation, and a lower body unilateral push variation. The exercise order, we work from the bigger lifts to the smaller lifts. If we have a look at more training variables, we train 5 days a week as the training frequency. It's a station training. And the training split is a movement focused. Yeah, so I just outlined. So we do squat, bench, deadlift, and we do a row and a single-legged squat, or if you want to name it, upper body push, upper body pull, and so on and so on. You can also do that. Anyway, it's a movement or exercise focus. So how does it look? Here we are, and we jump right into it. So here we are inside of our workout. You download it, you get an overview of the workout. Then you see we train 5 days a week. You can do 5 consecutive days, but you could also do 3 days, 1 day of rest, 2 days, 1 day of rest. Yeah, that's up to you. Anyway, so workout number 1. Here we focus on our squat. So we start with the back squat as the big lift, and then the assistant lift is a box squat and an RDL. Hang on a minute, I just contradicted myself. Yes, so we do the assistant lift is one of a similar movement pattern and one of an antagonistic movement pattern. Yeah, so we have a lower body push, which is the squat, the back squat. Then the first assistant lift is another lower body push, and the RDL for the posterior chain is a lower body pull. So we do 3 sets of 5 at 85%, then we do 3 sets of 6 at 77.5%, and we do 2 sets of 8 at 75%. Then we move to workout number 2. There is the bench press, the barbell shoulder press and dips. Same structure, 3 sets of 5 at 85%, 3 sets of 6 at 77.5%, and then 2 sets of 8 at 75%. Yeah, so the rest between the exercises is 5 minutes, the interserial rest. And then we move to workout number 3. This is our hinging deadlifting movement. Yeah, so we start with the deadlift, then we do the deadlift from the hang. Some call it the floating deadlift or halting deadlift, I think is another word. Anyway, you bring the deadlift down and then just hold the bar on the mid-shin position. So it's floating a few centimeters above the ground. Yeah? Therefore, we have to reduce the intensity a little bit, otherwise you will not be able to make it. And then we combine that with the reverse hypers. Yeah? So same here. We do 3 sets of 5 at 85% for the main lift. For the assistant lift, you can see the intensity is reduced. I just explained why. 3 sets of 6 at 72.5%. and then the reverse hypers, 2 sets of 8. We go to workout number 4, which is then the upper body pull. We do a bench row, we do pull-ups, and we do a dumbbell single arm bent over row. Also here, the big lift, 3 sets of 5 at 85%, 3 sets of 6 at 77.5% for the first assistant exercise, and 2 sets of 8 at 75% for the second assistant exercise. And the workout number 5, this time we do our unilateral squat variation. We do the Bulgarian split squat, the step-ups, and walking lunges. And also here, 3 sets of 5 at 85% for the big lift, 3 sets of 6 at 77.5% for the assistant lift, and 2 sets of 8 at 75 for the second assistant lift. You download that PDF, you get a glossary explaining the terms. If you don't know them already, you can read about myself. You can see what my former athletes and athletes have to say about me, my mentees, and my former colleagues. And last but certainly not least, you can subscribe to the membership. What's the membership? We talk about that in a second. But in there you get not only the workout, which I presented here, which is the first week, you get the full training program, which is a 4-week periodized program. So let's jump back and finish it. So what are the next steps? You download that PDF, you join the membership. Inside the membership, I outlined it, you get the 4-week periodized program. Considering we are in week 64, that means, or workout of the week 64, you get another 63 4-week periodized training programs, targeting different training goals at different training frequencies, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days, up to 6 days a week. You like and subscribe, and you can grab all free workouts here. You can watch the previous workout here. If you haven't subscribed, this is your last chance to do it. Otherwise, I see you next week with the next workout of the week.